Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. When we think of sports legends, we usually picture the star players, the ones scoring the goals, hitting the home runs, or making the winning shot. But what about the masterminds on the sidelines? The strategists, the mentors, the visionaries who completely changed the game itself. Today, we're diving deep into the stories of legendary coaches who didn't just lead their teams to victory, they revolutionized their sports forever. From pioneering new tactics to building unbreakable dynasties, these are the coaches whose impact is still felt long after the final whistle. So grab your popcorn, get comfortable, and let's celebrate the brilliant minds who shaped the sports we love. First up, let's talk about the man who turned basketball into a game of chess, Phil Jackson, also known as the Zen Master. Before Jackson, coaching was often about yelling and rigid plays, but he brought a different philosophy, introducing mindfulness, meditation, and Eastern philosophy to the locker rooms of the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers. His secret weapon, the triangle offense, it wasn't just a play. It was a system built on reading the defense and making intelligent decisions. This fluid, team-oriented approach was nearly impossible to defend against. With Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and later with Shaq and Kobe, Jackson's system led to an incredible 11 NBA championships as a head coach. He proved that a calm mind and a sophisticated strategy could be more powerful than brute force, changing how coaches approach the mental side of the game forever. Now, let us head over to the gridiron and talk about a true innovator, Bill Walsh of the San Francisco 49ers. In the late 70s and 80s, NFL offenses were mostly about 3 yards and a cloud of dust to powerful running games and long, risky passes. Walsh looked at that and thought, there has to be a smarter way. He developed what became known as the West Coast offense. Instead of just running or throwing deep, Walsh designed a system of short, precise, horizontal passes. These were high-percentage throws that functioned like a running play, methodically moving the ball down the field and wearing out the defense. It required a supremely accurate quarterback, and he found his man in Joe Montana. Together, they turned the 49ers from a losing team into a dynasty, winning 3 Super Bowls. Today, elements of the West Coast offense are used by nearly every team in the NFL. Walsh literally read through the playbook. From the football field to the soccer pitch, let's talk about a man who created total football, Rinus Michels. In the 1970s, soccer was a very rigid game. Defenders defended, attackers attacked, and players mostly stayed in their designated positions. Michels, coaching the Dutch national team and Ajax, had a revolutionary idea. What if any player could take over the role of any other player on the team? In his total football system, a defender could surge forward to attack, and a midfielder would seamlessly drop back to cover them. It was a fluid, dynamic system that required incredible versatility, tactical awareness, and physical fitness from every player. The Dutch team of the 1974 World Cup, led by the legendary Johan Cruyff, mesmerized the world with this style. While they narrowly lost in the final, their influence was immense. Michels' philosophy laid the groundwork for the modern possession-based, high-pressing game we see in teams like Barcelona and Manchester City. He taught the world that soccer could be a beautiful, interconnected dance. Let us shift gears to the ice rink and a coach who orchestrated one of the greatest upsets in sports history, Herb Brooks. The year is 1980, the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. The Soviet Union's national ice hockey team was an unstoppable force, a professional powerhouse that had dominated international hockey for decades. In contrast, the US team was a scrappy group of college kids and amateurs. Nobody gave them a chance, but their coach, Herb Brooks, was a brilliant and demanding tactician. He knew they couldn't outskill the Soviets, so they had to outskate and outwork them. He combined the fast, physical North American style with the fluid, creative European style, creating a unique hybrid system. Brooks pushed his team to their absolute limits, forging them into a single, cohesive unit. His famous pre-game speech, "Great moments are born from great opportunity," fired them up for what became known as the Miracle on Ice. The underdog Americans defeated the Soviets in a stunning victory. Brooks proved that with the right strategy, belief, and an incredible amount of hard work, the impossible could become possible. Next, we can't talk about coaching legends without mentioning the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. As the head coach of the UCLA men's basketball team, Wooden created one of the most dominant dynasties in all of sports. From 1964 to 1975, his teams won 10 NCAA national championships, including an unbelievable 7 in a row. But Wooden's legacy isn't just about the wins. It's about how he achieved them. He was a teacher first and a coach second. His pyramid of success is a masterpiece of life philosophy, focusing on values like industriousness, friendship, loyalty, and self-control. He believed that focusing on the process, the daily effort, and moral character would naturally lead to winning. He was famously meticulous, even teaching his players the correct way to put on their socks to avoid blisters. For Wooden, success wasn't defined by the final score, but by the peace of mind that comes from knowing you did your best to become the best you are capable of becoming. His teachings have influenced leaders not just in sports, but in business and education around the world. Finally, let's journey to the world of Formula One, where the coach is the team principal. Here, one name stands above many: Jean Todt. When Todt took over as the head of Scuderia Ferrari in 1993, the legendary team was in shambles. They hadn't won a driver's championship in over a decade and were known for internal politics and chaos. Todt, a meticulous and relentless manager, began a complete overhaul. He restructured the entire organization, instilling discipline and a singular focus on winning. He made the pivotal decision to hire driver Michael Schumacher and assembled a dream team of engineers and strategists like Ross Brawn and Rory Byrne. Todt's genius was in managing these huge egos and brilliant minds, getting them to work together seamlessly. From 2000 to 2004, this combination led Ferrari to 5 consecutive drivers' and constructors' championships, one of the most dominant eras in F1 history. Todt proved that in a sport where technology and driver skill are paramount, masterful leadership and team management are the ultimate winning formula. So there you have it, 6 legendary coaches who didn't just win games, they changed them. From Phil Jackson's Zen philosophy to Bill Walsh's offensive revolution, and from Rinus Michel's total football to Herb Brooks' miracle working, these visionaries saw their sports differently. They challenged convention, inspired greatness, and left an indelible mark that continues to shape how games are played and coached today. They remind us that behind every great champion, there's often a brilliant mind drawing up the plan for victory. Who's your favorite legendary coach? Did we miss anyone you think changed the game? Let us know down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the world of sports. We'll see you in the next one.